Psalms 9 verse 9. The Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. All praises, honor, glory, blessings, and power be unto Abanoah Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakah Kodash Kal Halalim La Abanoah Kal Halalim La Abanoah Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakah Kodash Kal Halalim La Yahweh Bahasham Shai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, elder bishops of Great Millstone, and shalom to the prophets of that body, and shalom to the 144,000 and 1/3. Okay, may peace and blessings be upon your households. Once again, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yashai, also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Who are the oppressed? The oppressed are the Israelites. Okay, we don't run no show. Okay, I don't care. You know, if you're an Israelite and you own 10 homes, right? And you own so-called supercars or whatever. You don't run shit. All right, you don't. You may have your name on some contracts where you own some stuff, but that doesn't mean nothing. In this hierarchy of this kingdom, this queendom, the so-called white man's world, Edomite world, okay, the so-called, this is his show, the so-called white man's show, which Yahweh Shai has given to this damn devil to rule for a short period. Obviously, we're coming to a close. The curtains are about to close on this kingdom, right? So the oppressed are the Israelites. Okay? We go through the hell. We catch the bullets. Okay? We've had our skin made into wallets, jackets, other clothing items. We've had our flesh grind into a paste which can be utilized to be lubrication for wheels or wagon wheels, like they did to Nat Turner. All right? And they also ate him as well. We've been the focus of cannibalism by the so-called white man. We were eaten by these devils. We had our children used as alligator bait. We've had our successful towns where we try to stay away from these devils and they want no part of their world. Okay, we like segregation. All right, we had our so-called black towns and cities. All right, and certain Israelites lived to tell the tale from 1921, I believe. There was an elderly Israelite woman, you know, who looked great for her age. She gave her, even though testimony is given by men, but she gave her testimony, right? She's a receipt. She's a living, breathing receipt of what these crackers did. There's thousands and countless of Black Wall Streets and Rosewoods and towns across America that were flooded and turned into lakes by these conkies. All right, World War I and World War II veterans were taken out of retirement and their skills utilized in flying planes to drop bombs on so-called black and brown cities, Israelite cities, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Okay? The oppressed are the elect. The oppressed are the Israelites collectively, all right? But the Lord is going to be a refuge for the elect, for the elect, for the elect. And you know what? The elect are going to call upon the Lord's name. Ecclesiasticus 17:10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Holy means separate. What's holy? Separate. Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Okay? It's only a select few that have that royal, holy, may I say, password. Okay? You know? Like people have certain clubs or whatever. You need to you need to say the what's the password before you get in. It's whatever it's so and so X Y and Z. They got to say it to get through the door. All right. In this case, on the right hand side, on the righteous side, you got to have the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahshai, and you got to be part of that number chosen from the beginning. All right, because we are coming into a time, right? Right now feels like it's tarrying. It's not really tarrying. The Lord is working, right? But it hasn't really sort of like come hardcore on the forefront. But a lot of people are feeling it. You know? Okay. But it's going to come to the forefront very soon, where it's going to be very, very, very real. Movies like The Fifth Wave come to my mind. The Road, The Book of Eli. What else? What else? Mad Max. What's that movie with Nicolas Cage? Knowing. All these movies come to my mind. It's going to be like that, but amplified. And throw in cannibalism as well. A lot of women being raped. And, as horrible as it is, also men being raped as well. And children being raped. That's what's going to be happening. And cannibalism thrown in that. All right? The elect are being tried right now. But others are sort of like having everything's working out for them. But we know what's going to happen. The tables are going to flip. The elect are still going to be tried, but that pressure is going to be slightly relieved to a certain degree, but we're still going to feel it. The elect are still going to feel it, whoever they are. But because we're jumping over hurdle and hoops right now to do what we've got to do on our end spiritually, the Lord is going to really amplify and show himself when that time comes, because we believe and call upon the name. We believe in a power which the world cannot see. But we believe, because the things of this world are temporal, and the things. Let me get that scripture. I don't want to butcher it. The things of this world are temporal. King James Version. Slakia. 2 Corinthians 4:18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. We can seal the. We can seal. Yeah, we can seal. We can see the kingdom, and the kingdom is sealed. We've already won. We just have to go through the motions. We just got to play it out. It's not like, oh, is it gonna be? What's the battle gonna be like? What's the end game? Is it gonna be the who's gonna win, good or evil? We've already won. We just have to go through the motions. All right. Because the elect believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and the people don't believe in a so-called higher power they cannot see. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has opened up our pineal gland where we are seeing certain things during the day and at night. Okay? And some of us have had dreams and visions of seeing Yahweh Shai, angels, chariots, spiritual power. And some of us feel elated. We go through hell, but we feel elated sometimes. We feel lifted because we have this nostalgic feel, this feeling of, hey man, great things are gonna come. We're not stuck in the mud like the rest of this world. All right. So the Lord is gonna be a help, all right, for the oppressed, a refuge for the oppressed in times of trouble, because the times of trouble are coming. As our elders mentioned 70 AD all the time. Yeah, 70 AD was hardcore, bruv. Yeah, but this is going to be it's going to be more amplified, well more amplified, and chuck in modern weaponry and modern technology, right? That's why faith is a key. And right now is a beautiful time to pray, fast, study, right? Make videos, whatever your lot is. in terms of your spiritual knowledge, because not all of us are spiritual ninjas with the scriptures like our elders. They're our teachers. We learn from them. We are students of Great Millstone. They're the men of the Lord, chosen by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai from our apostles on down. Right? Right now is a beautiful time, okay? While the word is available, because the word is going to be shut down soon. Our prophets are not going to be on the streets forever, because as our prophets say in the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, there's a time to preach, and then there's a time and prophesy. Then there's a time for these prophecies to actually play out. All right, and then it's going to be the famine of the word. So right now is a beautiful time, and the Lord is building up the elect through trial and tribulation and worry, and then you rely on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You cast all your burdens upon the Lord, right? And then what happens? The Lord gets you through. Then your faith is being built up even more and more and more. And if you think to yourself, you know what? If the Lord can get us through these small things, how much more in those bigger things when times to come? So why are we worrying now? All right. And some of those small things that I mean, when hell breaks loose, the things that we're going through now are going to be small when we compare it. But for us right now, they seem big. But nevertheless, Yahweh Shemashah is getting you through, right? I know. You're going to say, man, it's hard, man. The flesh. Yeah. Well, the Lord is a man of war, right? So the spirit and flesh are always going to be battling. But the spirit always wins. My phone had to chime in on that one, but you didn't hear that, I guess. Oh, I guess I had it on silent. So I heard the little beep, right? So do not worry, Jake. All right. I hate this place too. All right. I hate this place, man. More I look at people, I hate them. I hate being around people. You know, I hate dealing with people. I hate my fucking neighbors. They piss me off. Everything irks me, man. All right. Everything irks me. But don't worry, man. Every time I get up in the morning, man, I praise Yahweh Shemeshai. I say to myself, you know what? One more day closer to the kingdom. As all our elders and prophets say, another day closer to the kingdom. Each day that goes by is another day closer to the kingdom. And isn't time going faster? It's Friday already. What month? What day is it, man? It's Friday, the 8th of August. But we're almost through 2025, man. And the Lord is going to speed up the time for the elect's sake, right? Hey, it's happening. Didn't the Lord say he's going to speed up the time for the elect's sake? All right? So don't worry, Jake. We're going home soon. We're going home soon. All right? This is not forever. We're not going to be here 1,000 years like these sellout niggas, man, that say, oh, we're going to be here for 1,000 years or whatever. Right? Or 20, 30 years. Hell no. Hell no. Lord willing, hell no. You know? We're going home soon, man. All right, if we were here, let's say hypothetically speaking, God, Lord forbid, Lord forbid, Lord forbid. But if we were here another 20 years, man, we will be dead. We feel drained, tired. Some days we feel okay. You know, we're eating. We don't know what the hell we're eating because we're eating our food defiled. As the Lord said, Yahweh Shemeshai said we would, pursuant to the scriptures. You know? So, listen, praying is key. As Elder Apostle Rakar would say, keep your medicine strong. Prayer is key. Beg your father, beg Yahweh Shemeshai. When you were a child, when you put on your father's shirt tail, say, Dad, get me this candy bar. Dad, get me this, get me this toy. Dad, oh, I want that bike. I love that bike with the chrome rims, chrome wheels or whatever. Or, Dad, I want that Adidas jacket, you know? I remember as a child in the 80s, I saw this really nice, in the breakdance era, of course, I saw this really nice, what the world would call Adidas Classics today. It was a shell top. Back then, even 30, 40 pounds for a jacket was a lot of money because, this is like 40 plus years ago, right? So back then, obviously parents didn't want to spend that kind of money on just a top, you know. But obviously, when you start listening to your parents and doing a little bit more around the house, and then they give in and they say, you know what, let's just buy it for you. You know, eventually, your earthly father listens and gets you what you want. How much more Yahweh Bashem Yashai? Right? So you pray and ask, man. Whenever you get that worry in your mind, you don't have to get on your knees and face the east. You could be driving, you pray. The Lord understands that you can't pull the car over and jump on the top of the bonnet and face the east, like these crazy Ishmaelites that pray to a rock. They're heathens anyway. Fuck them. You know, you're an Israelite, man. You pray in your mind, and when you find time alone, when you get home, you know, if you're blessed with a job where you can work from the office and you've got time alone there, and you can lock the door while you pray, do that facing the east. I would suggest do that at home. All right, because prayer is very personal, man. All right. So praying is key, and also believing as well. A lot of people just believe, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, say the name, but they don't believe. You know? I mean, look at Sakari, that faggot, right? Pardon my French. Faggot basically in the UK means a bundle of sticks. All right? All right? Look at that guy. Okay? He says the name, but the Lord bugged him out. So everybody that calls Lord, Lord, the Lord ain't going to hear him. You know? Let me get that scripture actually, since I quoted it. Everybody's saying Lord, Lord, King James Version. Lord William can find it. Matthew 7:21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. Okay, you know that that's like a, for example, if you're stranded in the middle of a sea and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yashai, right, gives you, let's just say you see a rock and you can swim. The Lord might say, okay, or make you float towards a rock. You'll be safe on top of that rock, you know, because the Lord, you believe in Yahweh Shem Yashai. The Lord gave you a way to keep you safe. You know, the Lord is my rock and my salvation, right? So even everyone that says Lord, Lord, right, shall not enter the kingdom. Even though these people did prophesy in the Lord's name, right? But they did uh, they did a lot of iniquity too, right? A lot of them are sold out, man. A lot of them are sold out, right? Because really they don't believe in Yahweh Hashem. They want this hell to go on forever because they're comfortable. They've got mansions, big houses. They're going to jump into something ugly once their videos are done for the day, you know? They've got multiple wives, you know? They wear their fringes even when they're in their house with their designer jeans. And nothing wrong with having designer things and nice things, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm quoting a few people. But the things that I'm saying, you know who's going to allude to, right? All right? The new G unit. They call themselves the Genesis right now, right? Okay, they're comfortable. The elect are not comfortable, all right? So even though you may say the name, but you got to believe, man. You got to believe. 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 All right? Let's see what scripture shall I read now. Okay, like that. I'm going to go to Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. Yahweh Shemeshah is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Name's sake. Okay? The name is key, man. That name has got a lot of power in it. Okay? And if you don't know already, you're bugged out. All right? Because who does Esau shadow ban? Shadow ban. He ain't shadow banning GOCC. He ain't shadow banning ISUPK, even though they seldom say the name. He ain't shadow banning IUIC. They never say the name. And if they do, they say it in a derogatory, disrespectful way, or they write it from left to right. You're supposed to write right. Yeah, they write it from left to right. You know, being disrespectful and doing skits and shit. But the men of the Lord, men of Great Millstone, the videos that was shadow banned, they send these fucking agents around all the time. You know? So you know there's a lot of power in that name. A lot of power. Esau wants to put a tape over your mouth so you don't say the name. All right? The same way that the kid in the movie Shazam said Shazam to get this power. Hey, our power is in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yeshai. All right? Our hope is in the Lord. Hebrews 11 verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. All right? Okay? You need faith, man. What did the Lord say? If you got faith as a grain of a mustard seed, and a mustard seed is small. The Lord said you could move you can move a mountain from one place to another. Hebrews 11 verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. Okay, without faith, you can't please Yahweh Hashem Yeshai. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Okay? Seek the Lord now while he may be found. All right? Call upon him while he is near. All right? And the way you get closer to the Lord is you watch the teachers. You learn the name. You believe. You learn learn the history. You understand what the charagma is, what the RFI to the D is, the charagma, the Revelation 13:16, the CHIP. You know about the Israelite foreigners. You know about who's in this captivity. Who Esau is, a so-called white man. You understand? Everything should fit like a glove. It should be that glove, spiritual glove, should be custom made for you. It should just fit perfectly. It shouldn't feel tight. It shouldn't feel loose. It should be a snug glove. You understand? All right, for everybody, there's different levels. Some people may hate the truth and eventually they come in and become teachers. For me, when I heard it, I was always looking for it. I was always looking for something. I always believed in the Most High. I always did, even before I knew about the truth. I knew about reincarnation. I knew about these things. I knew that dealing with a married woman is off. I knew these things. Right? I knew that keep cooking your meat. You have to cook your meat properly. You don't have no blood in that meat. You wash it. You cook it properly. Basic things like that. All right. Some people believe instantly, man, because we always knew this. All right. In these times to come, faith is very key, man. All right. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And those times of trouble are coming. All right. Faith as a mustard seed, King James Version. Matthew 17:20. And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Nothing will be impossible if you got faith as a grain of a mustard seed. Let's look at a grain of a mustard seed, what it looks like. Yeah? Mustard seed images. You go, man. Let's go here as well. I should have just typed in images. Look at that. Look at that person's finger. Look at that mustard seed. The Lord said, if you got even just this much faith, right? Let's go to Matthew 17:20 NLT. See if I Matthew 17 and 20 NLT. Matthew 17 and 20. Matthew 17 and 20. You don't have enough faith. You don't have enough faith. Yahushua told them, I tell you the truth. If you had faith, even as a small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it would move. Nothing would be impossible. So there you go. All right. So in these times of trouble, man, faith is the key. You got to have faith, and you got to have the name. You got to believe. And then the Lord will be a refuge for you in the times of trouble. And the Lord is going to be a refuge for the elect, man. The elect Israelites, not for you crackers, Edomites, not for you Edomites, not for you heathens, Ishmaelites, whatever. If you are not an Israelite, you're not part of the elect, you will not have no refuge in these times to come. All right? And belief is key, because, you know, as the Lord said in Hebrews 11 verse 6, right? Let's go there again, man. So, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High Yahweh Shemashai must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. All right? So faith is key, man. All right? So call upon the Lord while he is near. All right? So if you have, you know, if you're watching the men of the Lord, right, and you're just like bullshitting around and, you know, you think there's entertainment and you think they look funny in their garments, or you just find it like a comedy show or whatever, well, then the Lord's going to make you into a comedy show when that time comes. You know? Because when all hell's breaking loose, the Lord will be laughing through the men of the Lord. All right? The Lord will be laughing through the men of the Lord. And the Lord said that as well. You know? I will laugh when your calamity comes. Let me find that scripture. And I'll call it a day. I mean, not call it a day. I will just finish it there. I will laugh at your calamity, King James Version. Proverbs 1 and 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock. I will mock. I will mock when your fear cometh. Oh man, the Lord's going to mock you, make a comedy show out of you. You know? You 2/3 and you heathens. You heathens are finished anyway, man. You Edomites are finished. You don't have nothing left. You got like the last few seconds left of your faggot kingdom, man. This place is done. Place is done. And it's uncanny. I mean, it's not uncanny. Let me get the definition. I use the term uncanny. Let me see. I'm going to be clear on the definition. Definition of uncanny. Well, I wouldn't use this word. Strange or mysterious, especially in an unsettling way. I find it better. Okay. And it seems supernatural. Okay. It might seem uncanny to you a lot, but it seems quite natural to me that most of the chariot sightings have been in America and England. Right? Because a brother put up a video on the so-called black angels. I hate saying I said so-called black. Okay, they're basically dark-skinned men that look like what the world would say African Americans. Okay, and most of the sightings, the two videos, the second one was where all the sightings are everywhere all over the world, but majority of the sightings, right, are America and the UK, because they go hand in hand. Even though America is going to be destroyed off the face of the earth, but England is like would I say a big brother, no, or a sister, you know? That's why these crackers used to use that term. If you know watch the news segments from back in the day, our cousins from across the pond, our cousins from across the pond, you know? Because, you know, they know that America and England are related. Because England was the old world, right? And those chariots, man, they're gonna listen. That's why the Lord is warming up the elect. The Lord is showing the chariots in the day and the night. So when the chariots do turn up and showing you these miraculous, these so-called miracles, like the Lord is showing you these miracles. So when the chariots do come, you know, we're still gonna the hopeful elect are still gonna be like shocked, but they're not gonna be shocked. You know what I mean? where the rest of the world, they're going to be shitting themselves. Because even you got even our people and the heathen, when you go on these UFO channels on YouTube, read the comments. People make mockery, man. And when they talk about the so-called black angels, they make mockery. You even saw that video of a brother that made a video of a Jake woman that was laughing at so-called black angels. She was laughing. But when she sees the Lord return, and he's a so-called black man and the angels, whew, hey, we're going to be laughing at you. Proverbs 126. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock you. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash, Muatha Babawal, Kwam Yashwala, Shalom. All right. So once again, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai will be a refuge for the oppressed. All right. And the oppressed are the Israelites. But in this time, the Lord's going to be a refuge for the elect in these times of trouble. All right. Shalom.